A clear mind makes the day great. Watch Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time.
Greetings. Welcome to Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery. I am your host, your good girlfriend, Nigeria Anderson. And today is a great show because this one is kind of, dedicated to Gen Z. Okay. I've been around the youth for a minute. And then I received a video and they were like crashing out and unhinged. And I was like, y'all don't know what y'all even talking about. And no, stop saying crashing out and unhinged. Okay, don't put that even on yourself. I say that all the time here. I'm like, you don't want a mental instability. That's not something you want. Like, and here we deal with it because of trauma. All right. A traumatic experience which caused you to, be a little unstable. So let me just go through this with you. Crashing out means to have an emotional or impulsive outburst, often in reaction to being overwhelmed, stressed, or exhausted. The term polarized by Gen Z can describe a sudden an intense reaction like screaming or lashing out, or a more impulsive and reckless action that could have negative consequences. Now, why I'm addressing this is because someone sent me a video of people talking about, oh, I'm not getting my stamps or snaps, I'm sorry, and I'm being evicted from Section 8, and I'm a roll up in Walmart and steal, and y'all better not do it. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Who raised you? I need to know that, because no, you should not do that. And I'm sure you should not do that. Okay? So listen, emotional outbursts means suddenly screaming, crying, or having a meltdown in response to something stressful. Now, Gen Z is 13 to 25. That's the generation, right? But we've seen the 2-year-old have a meltdown, screaming, crying, and now 5 in the store. Do you want to be like the 2-year-old? No. These impulsive actions from crashing out, you're doing something rash, reckless in the heat of the moment. So I'm going to go on and believe that you were doing this, saying that you're going to roll up in Walmart and steal, which is illegal. And I'm sure even the 13-year-old, but the 25-year-old, and let me tell you, they were older than 25, should actually know better. Now, if you have a mental instability and you was ranting on social media, you're exempt, but let me encourage you to get some help. You need therapy and counseling. And if you don't want to go that route, and you're like, don't sit up there and tell me what to do, then email me at safespacetalks@gmail.com and I will have a conversation with you. These are extreme reactions when you're crashing out. Behaving erratically or overreacting because of a situation sounds about right. You're overreacting. And I say, for the most part, when I sit here and talk to you guys, the reason why people act out is because they don't know how to problem solve. I'm going to go and let that sit. You meditate on that one. Now listen, Safe Space Talks, My Mastery. We are here because we understand behaviors and we understand mental illness. We understand that these emotional or impulsive outbursts in response to stress or exhaustion are not automatically considered a mental illness. But what do I always say? If it's unchecked, they can be symptoms of an underlying condition. which, if it goes unchecked, it may lead to what? A mental illness. This is why I say you cannot dismiss or excuse poor behavior, and especially if there are no signs of remorse or evidence of change. Now, when emotional outbursts are exhibited in a person, it might signal a mental health condition. How do you know? It may be sudden, intense reactions such as screaming, lashing out, or reckless behavior can be normal responses to overwhelming stress. But if it's not, um, if it continues, if it's frequent, these sudden intense reactions such as screaming, lashing out, and reckless behavior, you keep seeing the person, they keep doing it over and over and over again, it may reflect a deeper psychological issue, and it needs to be um, evaluated. So, emotional dysregulation, let's talk about that. Okay, that refers to difficulty managing and responding to emotional experiences, such as the response on social media about SNAP being cut and Section 8 and what you gonna do. Okay, that's emotional dysregulation. Let's give you the word. Crashing out is common in mood disorders like depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety disorder, ADHD, and borderline personality disorder. Spoke about this in previous videos. You should go check them out. Symptoms include feeling overwhelmed, impulsive reactions, and an inability to calm down. Go look at the previous video of emotional intelligence. We talk about self-soothing, being able to calm yourself down. Another disorder, intimate explosive disorder, IED. You got IED? Okay, I'm sorry. Put the name of that song in the chat. Um, a recognized mental health condition involving repeated impulsive aggressive outbursts that are disproportionate to the situation. That's when the kids say, "You're doing too much," right? Outbursts may include yelling, physical aggression, Karen, okay, or property damage. Uh, the videos we see in the fast food places when they're throwing the straws and cups and just carrying on. See, they got IED. Like, let's give it a name. Stop saying they crashing out. It's a real name for that. Let's talk about stress-induced reactions, which is why we are seeing on social media, we watching this play out in real time. And what social media has equipped people to do is have a temporary emotional outburst due to acute stress, burnout, or exhaustion. And again, that just because you have acute stress, you burnt out and you're exhausted, it does not mean you have a mental illness unless what, family? They persist or escalate. These reactions may be more common among younger individuals still developing emotionally, young people. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm talking to some older people too, because, you know, again, if you're dealing with the mental instability, I am not ranting or talking about you. You are exempt, but please listen, because maybe you don't know. And maybe you're hearing something like, oh, yeah, I have those feelings. And so, yeah, you should get checked. Because when do you need to seek help? You might consider professional support if the outbursts are frequent or intense, they keep getting worse. They interfere with your relationships, work, or school. You feel unable to control your emotions or impulses, or there's a risk of harm to yourself or others. You then should seek help by going to a mental health professional where they can assess whether these behaviors are part of a treatable condition and offer strategies like therapy or medication to help manage your situation. If what I just described to you and shared, if you feel you need help and you don't know what to do, you know what I'm getting ready to say? You can email me at safespacetalks@gmail.com. There will be no judgment. There's no shame. I'm working on having some people come on and give testimonies, but I do try to keep privacy because I want our family to be a family that grows together, cries together, and just help each other because things are getting rough. Okay, things are getting rough, and if you don't want to get help, I want to provide this outlet. But if you don't want to get help, you don't want to reach out over here and say Space Talks, then let me say this, and I mean it. Get a life insurance policy so you don't burden your family and they don't have to do a GoFundMe. So before I move on to the second topic, which is going to be unhinged, let's watch this video.
Okay, Section 8 new update. So, if you've been on Section 8 for over 2 years, you should be getting a letter around October because the head of HUD and housing said that if you already been on there over 2 years, then you're going to get a letter stating that you have to be cut off. So, they're not waiting and giving you January 26th to January 28th. They not doing that. They cutting everybody that's been off already for 2 years off. Wow, this is crazy. This changes everything. Whoo, prepare y'all, prepare, because I've been trying to tell y'all. You know, this is for able-bodied people. Disabled people, you still get to be on there, seniors and disabled people, but if you're able-bodied, you are getting cut off. If you've been over there already over 2 years, they cutting you off and they gonna send you a letter. You're gonna get it around October, November. I think October, they said. It's a wrap. Wow.
So you didn't know this was coming?
No, who is the owner then?
Well, you're not even on. So you're saying you just staying at a friend's house?
I was renting the house from Jennifer.
And Jimmy ain't paying no rent and left you sitting here. Well, you know, there's nothing I can do about that, man.
I know. Who is the owner? Is there any way I can speak to them to see if they can at least give me until the morning to get all my crap out of here?
It's too late for that, man. Now, you can call Jennifer. She might have the owner's name. So call her. Maybe she can give you the owner's name.
Okay.
Now, first thing I need you to do, though, is do something with that dog. And then we can talk after that. So can you go get the dog, put the dog in the car?
Yeah, can I, like I said, I just woke up. Can I please use the bathroom?
Right.
I'm pregnant.
Is that your boyfriend back there?
That's my husband.
Your husband, can he put the dog up?
Yes, sir.
Tell him to bring the dog up right now and put the dog up.
You see all this stuff? How am I going to get all this stuff?
Well, I'm going to talk to you after we get the dog taken care of.
Okay.
No, you don't need to close the door, man.
Sir.
Go get the dog. It's an eviction, man. It's not moving day. It's an eviction.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure my dog doesn't get back out.
Okay. We just tell him to go ahead and get the dog. Let's go.
Baby.
People are going to start, I'm telling you, this is going to be a thing. People are going to start, instead of stealing groceries from the stores, they're going to start watching people go to their cars. And they're going to take all of their groceries. And you know what the store going to do? Not our problem.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, so the second word, like I said, that they're using Gen Z so freely, like it's a joke, is unhinged. And unhinged means wildly irrational and out of touch with reality. A person who may exhibit a violent temper. Unhinged describes someone whose thoughts, emotions, or behavior are uncontrolled, irrational, and unstable. It implies a person is acting wildly. Remember, wilding out? Possibly as if they have lost touch with reality. We've seen some of those people in the street, and can be used to describe someone who is excessively moody. I know some moody people. Impulsive or emotionally erratic. So that's what unhinged means. Unhinged is a person that is mentally or emotionally unbalanced. Their behavior can manifest as uncontrolled or unreasonable, as though the person has lost control of their mind. This includes experiencing extreme mood swings or reacting to situations with disproportionate emotions, such as intense anger or anxiety. An unhinged person may act on impulse without considering the consequences, leading to unpredictable and inconsistent behavior. You cannot run up in Walmart stealing. There will be consequences. Okay? You're going to jail. Okay? I'm just trying to help you because I don't understand why you think they got jails waiting for you. When will we learn? Well, stop with the okay, let me stay focused. An unhinged person may act on impulse without considering the consequences, like I said, leading to the unpredictable and inconsistent behavior. In more extreme cases, the term can suggest a person is not thinking clearly. That's why you think you can go in there and you're going to beat everybody up and not go to jail. You go to jail, okay? Or you might get yourself unalive. Or has become detached from reality or out of touch with reality. Now, while Gen Z uses this word so freely, let me inform you. These are signs and symptoms which could indicate a mental illness, right? Because again, we get in mood swings. It don't mean we mentally ill, but I'm this unhinged. I know you need to see somebody, and you need to see somebody so they can give you an accurate diagnosis, a mental health professional. And it would depend on a thorough clinical evaluation for your unhinged behavior. Possible diagnoses include with someone who has elevated in their unhingedness. I just wanted to say that. Y'all know why. Y'all know. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome. You'll get to know me. Go look at some other videos. But what I'm saying is true. All right. So for unhinged behavior, possible diagnoses include bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, or schizophrenia. Now, I'm not a licensed therapist or a practitioner, but I can say I am experienced enough to share my thoughts. The behaviors described as unhinged, such as uncontrolled thoughts, irrational emotions, unstable behavior, impulsivity, mood swings, and possible detachment from reality, are common across several mental health conditions. Okay. I was going to go through all of them, but I don't think I need to. So, important things to consider. When you have a diagnosis, diagnoses require professional evaluations. So that means stop walking around saying you unhinged or that person's unhinged, and I'm crashing out, and you're not crashing out, and you're on social media with all this outburst and crying and yelling and screaming and throwing stuff. Don't have them have you on social media acting a fool. I wish, please stop. Can you stop? Can you just stop? A mental health provider will assess your symptoms duration, the severity, your triggers, and and how your behavior impacts your daily life. And again, this is why I say everything kind of overlaps, because it doesn't necessarily mean it's a mental health diagnosis, but again, when it's elevated, it becomes intense, uncontrollable, and you're just out there disassociated with reality. Yeah, it's time to see someone. And many disorders share symptoms like mood swing, impulsivity, and erratic behavior. So that's something you're going to have to make sure that you're doing, because crashing out is not cute. It is not. Crashing out is not cute. See, I was talking so much, I forgot to put my little things here. Being unhinged, that's definitely not cute. You need to go see somebody. Okay, and again, if you don't know who to go see, then email me and we'll help you out. Okay. Now, although let's say you do have you do be crashing out. All right. Let's say you are unhinged, but you went to go get some help. But what I want to really help you all with is trials come to see what you made of. And for those who have a mental instability, we can't pull it together. So I try to sit here and give you some new ideas, a new perspective on how to handle your crisis. But this is one I really want you to focus on. Okay. We already did all of that. How to reset. Because, I sit here and tell you trauma is a beast. It's a beast. So I understand you want to just run out and just go to Walmart because they done cut the snap and you think someone owe you something. Because I'm getting ready to get at you, because this channel right here, I share I share with you that I understand, right? I share with you that I understand it's a process. But I want to always give you the how. So I'm not going to tell you, you got to just start over. No, how do we reset? How do we start over when we've been through so much? Like how do you start over? Starting over requires you, firstly, what I'm going to say, to examine yourself. Right? Ask yourself, do you want better? Because we understand a traumatic experience can take you down, or it can build you up. You just have to be what? Those who've been rocking with me since 2023, willing. You have to be willing to grow up. You have to be willing to mature, to push past your fear. People don't change because they scared. They have fear. I don't know what that fear is, but they have fear. That's why people don't change. They want to blame and just be like, that's just who I am. No, you're better than that. That's not who you are. That's just who you want to be. Let's call a spade a spade. You don't want to change. Just don't lie to yourself, right? Another reason why people don't change, because they can't problem solve. Oh yeah, no. See, we're in a state of emergency and people playing with your mind, they trying to confuse you, but I promise you I'm going to help you. All right. No, you don't know how to problem solve. So when the problem's too complicated and too hard, you buckle. But yet you want to be all like, I don't go for that and that. No, no, no. Help yourself first, foremost. Okay. Because when you're no good, ain't nothing good. And it starts with your mind. It starts with your thoughts. So you can't be thinking erratically and thinking that going to Walmart or robbing anybody or stealing anything from anybody is righteous or a right thing to do. And I'm going to help you out. And another thing, don't use your experience as a crutch for sympathy or empathy. Like, don't be like, well, they did this. Okay, they did it. And again, trust me, I get it. I understand. But at some point, we need to have some evidence of change. We need to you have to get over your fear and be willing to change. Otherwise, you're not going to start over. You're not going to start fresh. You're not going to be able to move forward. And I want you to excel and do well. That's why Safe Space Talks My Mastery. It's okay. So over here, mature audience only. We're not here for the faint of heart. So that's another YouTube channel right here. Tough love, baby. Tough love. Listen. I know coochie coos. No, pull yourself together. Get your mind right. That's why the Bible says renew your mind. I've been telling y'all that since 2023. Have faith in God. Trust God, right? I said, this is how I got healed. Jesus and my therapist, we pulled it. I pulled it all together. One, I didn't like the way I was feeling. It don't feel good when your mind ain't right and you feeling crazy. I know. I have a friend. She says, stop saying that. But hey, look, it's just like I told my therapist, I be feeling crazy. Okay. That's what I know. And I want to feel better. I don't want to feel that way. And so, yeah, you have faith. Activate your faith. And again, for those who don't believe, there's hope, right? And make a new decision. Where you are at right now in your life, good, bad, or indifferent, is based on your last decision. So if you're mad at yourself for not making better choices, not being able to make new decisions. You were stuck. I'm here to pull you out. I'm here to explain to you. I know. It's okay. Because, I can't stand people who project a lot. Like, well, this person did that. And if so-and-so, no, be responsible for you. Only you can take care of you. No one can read your mind. And you mad at people because you thought they was going to do something and they had no clue. Okay. All right. So after all your previous bad choices, ask yourself, will I continue to make more bad choices? Will I crash out and become unhinged? I mean, and if you have children, you want your children to grow up without a mom and a dad? I don't have my mom. It is it's not good for the child to grow up without both parents. I'm just going to share with you. Okay? See how I get emotional about my mama? She been dead a long, long time, and it still hurts. It's still, okay? So imagine. So you going to jail, and your child just And if they children, they can't even come visit you. And then you're going to ask somebody to bring your child to visit you in jail. Listen to what I'm saying. How does this all sound? Are you listening? Because it don't even sound right. I'm glad you're listening because no one wants to tell you, I guess, because I don't know. Oh, man. I don't think you should do that. You have a chance to get your life right. And you know these videos have been planted because they have put them on their algorithm. So the more you share, the more views, the more it'll keep rolling. And people keep watching it, right? And now all of a sudden everybody crashing out and you falling for the bait again. Like, if you ain't see Roots, go watch Roots. Maybe it's on YouTube for free. Like, come on. At some point, we got to grow and mature as a community and as a people. All right. Stop falling for the bait. And if you need to see a therapist or a counselor, it's okay. It's all right. Because I don't want you out here crashing out and being unhinged. And I just gave you a list to compare yourself. You know, you can say, do I have any of these symptoms and can I relate to this? Or a family member, right? Or maybe someone you're caring about. You want to pay attention. What we don't do on Safe Space Talks My Mastery is leave you to figure things out alone. We are here. We are a community and we're growing fast. If you are having these emotional outbursts, please see someone immediately, and especially before they cut your medical insurance. Y'all think this is a game? They got y'all so distracted with foolishness that you're not really paying attention. But that's why I like that y'all guys come over here, because I'm going to tell you the truth. Now, oh, Lord, have mercy on all of us. Holy Ghost, come on. How to start over in life? Starting over is a courageous act. Joshua 1 verse 9. Y'all know you're going to get a scripture. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage, not to be crashing out and unhinged. That's not what the Bible says. Do not be afraid. See what I'm saying? Do not be afraid. You panicking and you're not trying to problem solve. You're in your emotions. And I get it. That's scary. Like, oh my goodness. Pull yourself together. Have faith. Read the word. Maybe God wants us all to fast. He done took the snap. You ain't got nothing else to do than sit and pray and fast. Some things come with prayer and fasting. I know. I know. The Lord said, do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So if you got to start over somewhere else in another city, another town, do it. Wherever you go, he go. Don't worry about it. Because it's not about having all the answers, because surely we don't. Look at where we're at today. We don't have all the answers. But let's be willing to ask new questions. Like how? Because the old ones no longer work. You outgrew those. But if you believe that Jesus can work it out for your good, then sit with him and have a little chat with Jesus. And again, if you don't believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, there's hope, right? And so with hope, then you just need to consider what you gonna do. Bobby, y'all know. Honor the transition and be willing to go alone. Sometimes you gotta isolate to elevate. So you can't keep taking everybody. Trust the Lord Jesus and the process. That's for my saints. If you don't believe in the Lord, you still cannot take everybody. Okay? Acknowledge that change is a natural and often necessary. Why? Because you stuck. Give yourself permission to grieve over the fact that, hey, this has happened. I I wasn't responsible. Okay. Okay. I didn't do the things I should have done. It is okay. It's okay. Reflect, find, and learn where those holes, you dug for yourself, and feel whether it's time to end a relationship, um, have a career shift if any jobs are left, or sometimes you're just dealing with a personal loss. Again, grieve. Let these emotions flow out. Don't try to be tough and strong and keep it inside and it's all right. I got this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Recognize that transitions are not failures. You're not, don't try to be like, oh, the SNAP benefits is gone. I'm not a good mother. I'm not a good dad. No, no, no. Transitions are not failures. They're lessons, and they should lead you to faith. Just sharing. But it is an invitation silently for you to grow and mature. Okay? You got to grow up and mature. I'm all for that. Reevaluate your values and priorities. And let me say this. Being on social media bragging about how you have no money is publicly saying I had no financial training. Yeah. I didn't know I should save money. I didn't know about investing. No one showed me, but this YouTube and Google, you can sit and you can scroll all day. You can watch a YouTube video for 30 minutes or 40 minutes and learn how to invest your money. Yeah, Nigeria. Tell them, girl. And if you need some financial training, you can email me at safespacetalks@gmail.com and I will gladly help you. Okay? I want you to ask yourself, what truly matters to me now? Right? Right? Your back is up against the wall. Consider how your emotional health is doing. Like, can you move forward? Or do you need to really, seek help? You gotta come on. We're not lying to ourselves. I really, right now, am an emotional wreck. I need to get help. Do that. It's okay. Your relationships. What relationships do you have that are good? And what relationships do you have that are bad? You're going to have to be intentional about those breakups or revisiting. Listen, I don't care if you ain't talked to someone who was good to you at one time and then you just went on and did your whole life. But now you need some help. And they was good to you. And hopefully you ain't, burn no bridge. Call. Be honest. Hey, I know I haven't talked to you in a long time, but, I'm just going through it. Can we talk? I just need some advice, or, uh, can I sleep in the guest room? Can I sleep on the couch? Right? Like you're gonna have to humble yourself. You didn't want to humble yourself with the Lord, trust the Lord in these process, be able to be able to be like, okay, Lord, it's me and you. What we doing, right? So now you're gonna have to go around and be, ask people for help. There's nothing wrong with that. Not asking people for help is gonna put you in a bigger hole, and hopefully not the 6 feet under hole. So that's how real it can get. All right. So I spoke in the finance video. Please go back and watch that, because people think it's a joke. Now I said you have to be intentional, you have to set goals, you have to evolve. And so ask yourself, in the last 5 years, have you evolved? In the last 5 years, what have you done? What has been your last major big decision? How have you helped yourself? And do you even serve? Do you serve others? Have you, what do you do besides being on social media ranting about you broke, or that they're not giving you no food? And I'm going to tell you where you can get food and what you need to do. There's services out here. Google. All right. So in the previous finance video, I said, start today. So I don't know what day that was. And I gave an example. If you put $20 a month in a dividend stock, you would have over $1,200. Now you're saying to me right now, I can hear you, that $1,200, that ain't nothing. $1,200 ain't nothing when they cut your SNAP and you have over $1,200 in an account that you can liquidate, right? Because I talked about liquid assets. Y'all listening to me? Because I be really trying to help you out. You could stay in a hotel for about 3 months, because you can find one $100 a week, so that's $400 a month, $1,200. Hey, you got a roof over your head, you got a clean shower, you got a bed, TV, right? Then you can go to the food pantry, get you some food, and that could be holding you down. You ain't gotta go steal, sweetie, sir. That'll hold you down. And then you have time to sit and breathe and get your journal and figure it out. Problem solve. That beats going to jail or being beat down in the street in front of your kids. Okay? So, and winter is here. Okay? So I don't think you want to be on the street. Because then the next thing y'all trying to say is, I don't have my family here. I don't have nobody. So this is what I'm saying. Save your money. All right, get yourself together. Get yourself together, and make sure that you're doing the right thing. All right. Journal, meditate on questions like, who do I want to be? Write this down or listen to it again. Journal or meditate on questions like, what do I want to invest my time in? Because you wasted a lot of time. We all have. This is not just, we all have. Journal, meditate on questions like, who am I becoming? Or are you going to just remain broke, busted, and disgusted? Now, if you have a mental instability, I know these things is hard, but I want you to listen. And I believe if you too ask yourself these questions, it will help you. All right? You want to ask yourself, where do I want to be next year this time? Because you're in a pickle. You're in a space of time where you're going to have to use your mind. So during this time, create space for your healing. Okay? Don't just create some space for your healing. Trauma requires a grieving and healing process. This is not a 1, 2, 3, I'm free. How many times I gotta keep telling you guys that? You've wasted enough time, and now it's time to get real with yourself. I know people don't want to tell you this. They want to just be like, this is what you gotta do. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. How do I do all of that when I don't even know me? Ooh, get to know you. Maybe that's what God is doing, wanting everybody to get to know who he created you to be. Engage in practices that support your mental and emotional well-being, like therapy, like having spiritual friends or exploring going to church. I know church is shaky, people, but listen to me. Wherever you go, God goes. And I don't care what kind of church it is, if he wants you to hear him, and if he got a message for you, you're going to get it. In church, out of church, you're going to get it. Mindfulness. Be mindful this year, because there's a lot going on. I keep coming here to tell y'all what is going on. Or creative expressions. I always talk about hobbies, creative expression. Learn a language, play an instrument, draw. They got adult coloring books. There's so much you can do. Solitaire, play, learn how to self-soothe, be by yourself, enjoy yourself, get to know yourself, even though you know yourself, but get to know who you really are. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support your journey, not enablers. Who gonna sit there and be like, girl, I know, sir, I know. No. That's if you haven't mishandled people. Sometimes people just not gonna be there for you because you mishandled them when things was going good for you. Think about these things. And now when they say no, you want to be like, oh, ain't nobody want to help me. But I did. Gone. Suck on the lemon. Gone. And then make lemonade. I don't know. You mishandle some people. And they don't want to help you. They don't want to help you. Listen to me. No one has to help you. No one. But I know a man named Jesus. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And he, boy, get to know him. Read. Buy yourself a Bible. Sit and start reading the Bible. You'll learn how to problem solve. Okay, take it from me. I'm telling you, you'll learn how to problem solve. Be gentle with yourself during this season of renewal. Repent before you come to God, though. Like you're going to have to let him know and be honest and transparent. I messed up. I was out there. I was whoring. I was doing me. I was getting high. I was at the strip club. I was, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I repent. Clean the slate and say, I want to start new. I need you. I need you like I need you. Okay? And if you're not saved, pull yourself together. I don't know how good that'll work, but hey, pull yourself together. And be intentional during this process. Don't just be, just sit down. Be still and know that he is God. But, be intentional about your new process, because it's going to require you. See, you probably never needed your own self. Oh, God, right? You always depended on everybody else, but now it's a time to get to know you and to be able to depend on you. When that rug get pulled from underneath you, you better figure it out. Okay? And instead of rushing into action, right? Or Walmart, don't do that. Set intentions that reflect your deeper desires. What do you like? Whatever you like. What movie is that? No, but your desires. Because on here, I promote that. What do you like? Where do you want to be? Like I mentioned earlier, next time, this next year, this time. Where do you want to be? You don't want, please don't be in the same position, please. And let your decisions rebuild. Don't have old decisions. Create new decisions to rebuild. And I'm telling you, once you do all of that, when you do all to stand, okay? And then take one brave step forward, whether it's applying for a new job, moving to a new city, or simply changing your daily routine. Start small, but be intentional. You're not stuck. You've made a plethora of excuses about how nobody helped you, this, that. These excuses, out the window. Get rid of them. Meditate on new moves. Stop worrying about who didn't do what and what. You gotta lock in, baby. You gotta lock in. It's like getting on a roller coaster. You know how you get on a roller coaster at the amusement park and you be shaking that thing, making sure it's locked. Yeah, it's roller coaster time. You're gonna have to lock in. And I hope this video helped you. I know I can be a little tough. It's tough love, baby. That's how I was raised, honey. So yeah, so if you know that and you've been watching the videos, and let me tell you, obviously you guys love it because let me tell you, we're over 20% of our views, and people were like, how you gonna just get on from March to May and then stop and then come back on September to November? You gotta be consistent for the algorithm. And I'm like, I am consistent with that. I am. How are we even increasing? And we got another new subscriber. Thank you. We're moving slow but steady. Okay, it's all good to me. Because that means to me, the people who are watching really want the help, really want to hear how they can help somebody else, understanding the signs, tools, and language. And they know I'm going to give them the truth. I was telling y'all about the healthcare way back when, and I'm getting ready to drop some more on you. Because that's what we do. I'm your friend. I am your friend. So, I hope this video helped you to reveal yourself, like get to know yourself, to encourage you to see a therapist if need so and get counsel. I say it all the time. Everybody will do what they want to do. So don't lie to yourself. That's all I'm asking. Just say you don't want to go to therapy. You don't want no counseling. But that could be an underlying condition. Just helping you out. And each new step you take in the renewal process will build momentum and confidence. Because remember, I said most people won't do it because they're scared, right? And then you're going to realize it ain't even that scary. Like, you just have to put in the work, right? And, then your confidence will be increased. And then you ain't thinking about running around doing crimes. So, listen, go for it. Rebuild. Remember, starting over does not mean erasing the past. It means choosing your future you. Honey, I love my future me. I am the bomb. All right. I hope what I shared was informative. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Before you say, before you say, but I don't have no money, how I'm going to start over, how I'm going to rebuild. There are grants for relocating if you want to leave wherever city you're at and go to a different city. HUD and the Department of Social Service in your state can help you with money to move. And there are a few nonprofits that will help you as well. So get off your phone and start Googling. And if you don't have a phone and you don't have a computer, I ain't got that, I don't have it. You can go to the library. We are in a total government shutdown. People are kind. There's still some kind people out here, like myself. Okay, don't let the news fool you. You can go to the library, which is free, or you could go to a hotel and just simply say, hey, I'm in a rough spot. Can I use the computer? The worker may say no. Ask for the manager. Second and third level questions. I train you well over here. We don't just take no. Okay? And then you get on the computer, they got pen and paper, you take your notes, and you write the plan. Get the game plan together. Set time. I tell you all the time, when there's a charge for you to work or do something, you should allow yourself 3 hours. So I don't care what you're doing, 3 hours a day should be dedicated to solving your problem. You got to be resourceful this season. You're going to have to be resourceful. You're going to have to be patient with yourself. Everything, I know it's Insta, Twitter, everything is quick, fast, in a hurry, but be patient with yourself so you can be patient with others. Remember, everyone is on edge right now, and many are out here struggling quietly. So there are going to be, some resistance. If you didn't save any money, then consider babysitting. There's some quick jobs you could probably, get to. You may have to go to a different neighborhood. But if you know people and they got kids and they work and be like, hey, girl, look, I'll watch your kids for, some change, some food, something, right? Like, we are a community. Okay, listen. We might have to go back to the barter system. You got milk, I got sugar. You got bread, I got butter. All right, all right. Everybody want to act like they don't. Maybe I'm too old. I don't know. If you do hair, you want me to do your daughter's hair, I could do your daughter's hair. You want me to do your hair for a couple of bucks, Yeah, everybody grinding and got their hustle. Well, you better pick it up, and pick up some work where you can, but I strongly suggest you don't go stealing. They are waiting for you. They have a jail for you. Also, if you've been voting, maybe you didn't vote this year, it don't matter. If you're a registered voter, you can reach out to your senator. You can call or email and keep going until you get an answer. All these people in office sitting around, give them some work. All right? I mean, give them some work to do. And if you have not learned anything, cut back on your spending. Stop giving them your money, right? Only buy essentials. Stop going out. I used to love when we really did Black Solidarity Day. I remember my friends, we was like, we ain't going to school. We doing this, Okay, I'm just saying. I don't know where the unity has gone, but I thank God for my circle. I love y'all. But stop. Don't shop on Black Friday. Why? What they did? Listen to me. I'm silently protesting. Well, it's not silent no more because I'm telling you, I will have a turkey sandwich for Thanksgiving. I'm not giving them not another nickel. But I wanted to be funny and say nickel, but not the N word. But another nickel. Let me just say that. And government workers by now, y'all know they be having a shutdown every other year or so. So y'all need to, you know, have some change. And I know we do. I know a lot of you do. But I'm getting ready to give you some new news. After my chant of not supporting things, not giving them more, I'm only buying essential stuff. I'm not buying nothing extra. All right. Oh, and call your reps as well. And tell them authorize the use of SNAP contingency funds to ensure children and family can receive benefits in November. I'm a single mother or a father and I need the assistance to be reinstated. You're going to have to call them, email them, and tell them that. Harass them. You see what happened on January 6th? I'm just saying, we can't sit down. I'm not saying go to the White House. I said call the people and email them and tell them to reinstate the SNAP and the Section 8 because you're a registered voter. We're in that season. They need your vote. Call them. Keep calling. They need to answer you. Because let me say this. I saw another video where someone was like, well, that's good for them that they took their snaps. They were lazy. They didn't want to work. They got their eyelashes and they just ranted and went on. And not only Black people receive SNAP, just FYI. But let me just share a little something with you. Okay? Oh, because I'm calling too to tell them to reinstate SNAP. I'm not on SNAP. I'm not on Section 8, but I'm calling. You know why? Because I'm for the people. But what I really want to say, because I keep y'all up to date on what they doing, because we all know who they are. We know what they're doing. So let me tell you what they're doing. And let me respond to the person who was being disrespectful to people who are on SNAP. Because I'm sure I probably got some family members, so I'm going to bat. Listen, you with your 6 figures and your cars and your home and, your 4-bedroom, 8-bedroom, and you keying and you got your job today. Because I'm sure you're hearing about Amazon shutting it down. And it's not only Amazon, it's many companies. Oh, it's a coup, y'all. It's a coup. All right. If you don't help the people who are hungry or dealing with this SNAP situation because you got money, you rich, you're going to blink and you will be fired and not have a job, and your savings will run out paying, I don't care if you got a year's savings, paying for your mortgage and your rent and your car and insurance and gas and your 5 kids and 4 kids because it starts getting expensive. When you go to the store, bread will be $10. You think they won't price gouge? I seen it during COVID. I see every crisis they price gouging. Trump is not going to care about that because he's locking up all the attorney generals and everybody who can help and do something. He got them all tied up. So who's going to help you? So are you two going to run through Walmart and steal? Because you don't want to pay $10 for bread. That egg situation was the test, baby. They wanted to see how resilient y'all would be. And y'all passed. And so now guess what? We cutting SNAP. We're going to raise the prices. And yeah, you're hearing them saying the Fed cut. That listen, know your history, do your homework. I'm like, Jesus, what's happening? But I trust you because, the righteous, I ain't never seen the righteous. begging bread. So I'll have my $10. But what I've really done was went and bought stuff so I can make my own bread. I'm telling you, the more you can not give them money, the better it will be for you. So yeah, bread will be $10. Water for 24 in the pack will probably be $25. Orange juice would probably be $50. I mean, like, I'm telling you, you think I'm exaggerating and I'm being funny in some ways, but I promise you, if this we don't help turn this around by prayer, fasting, helping our neighbor, serving. I don't even want to. If your church is doing something, please let me know, because I'm done. I'm done. Like the okay, no. The prices will be so high that it will eat up your savings. FYI to the people laughing at the people who need SNAP. Yeah. So you relax. Relax. Oh, and people on SNAP, listen, besides calling and emailing, do a GoFundMe page. Maybe one of your favorite artists, right? Tag them. See if they'll help you out. You done bought 5, 12 of their albums, spent $250 on a concert. And maybe they'll be just as kind as Taylor Swift, who sent a woman whose child was in need $100,000. Maybe. I don't know. But try it. Because if we don't start looking out for each other, I can't tell you where it's going to happen, what's going to happen. Because when they were arresting Black people, beating them in the street and unaliving them, nobody said nothing. And so now we have ICE. And still, nobody's saying nothing. A few marches here, a few protests there. But where's the real results? 100 million man march and all. Where's the real results? Okay, so all I'm saying is that don't criticize people when they're down. Don't criticize these people who are dealing with this SNAP situation, because you are next. You are next, right? You need to be prepared, because I just told you what they're about to do. So everybody's been served notice. This is what they're doing. I've been saying it. They want to remove the middle class, and they just want rich and poor, period. They tired of seeing us shine. But now for my believers, we shining. They can't put that out. They can't comprehend the light, baby. So I'm, we're not, there's no scarcity for the saints. There's no lack for the saints. That's just the word of God. I'm not trying to be fly. I'm just telling you what the words say that I hold on to. Yeah, and that's why I'm okay. And one more thing for the people laughing at the people, dealing with the SNAP situation because you got a job. When they let you loose, just know that on average it takes about a month or 6 weeks to get your check, your unemployment check. That's even if your job give you unemployment. Y'all playing games. Y'all think y'all deserve. Y'all think this is called the world system. Okay? Y'all have been entangled. I got out, honey. I'm in the kingdom. I don't even come out and play with y'all like that. But what would take 4 to 6 weeks, wait till when you have to wait 6 months and 8 months for a check. Then let's see who's laughing and thinking it's funny. Okay? Yeah. When coffee is about $10, what, cigarettes went up to $15, $12, $15? Oh, y'all wasn't paying attention. So, yeah, I just had to get that out because pride is falling, humbling, being humble. Everybody get ready to be humble. And this is why I can promote and sit here and say these things because I care about you and I be telling you things. I don't have to advertise what I'm talking about. This is a private group. We are a growing community because y'all know, right? I told you when Australia went through their financial crisis, America would be next. Well, guess who's next? I promise you all. I promise you all. Please listen and respond. And listen, if you're part of Gen Z, be a leader, not a follower. And Gen Z, I'm praying for all of y'all. Because I know, I just know y'all wasn't prepared for this. Y'all can't even be young at 13. It's too much on a 13-year-old. Do y'all understand? It's too much. And I need parents to look and acknowledge if you see these signs in your young children. Stop yelling and fussing and cussing. Oh, y'all work my nerves with that. When I see it in the street, in the store, stop. You're abusive. Pay attention. And this is why I do this too, because you're yelling and screaming, but you're not paying attention to what's really going on. And then the child feel like they can't talk to you. And now everybody just angry and mad. And then y'all need therapy and need to sit under somebody. Well, let me tell you something. One more, the season finale is next week, so make sure you lock in. I will try to have something light, but this guy say one thing and then we're all, so I want to always be current. I wanted to address crashing out for my Gen Zs and unhinged and let them know what it really means. Stop saying it, but to also be aware of the real signs and that being unhinged, that person needs to, really see somebody. So season 6 will begin March 4th. Mark your calendars, 2026, if the Lord says the same. So subscribe, hit the bell so you can be alerted when I post, because in between that, I sometimes just post stuff that I want you, to encourage you. And I have to say, I am humble and I want to thank you for the increase of views and the subscribers. And like I said, we're slowly building. And this is how you know it's God. Because I don't have to be on here every day trying to get thousands of likes. I want hearts and minds. I want to change hearts and minds towards Christ first and foremost, Christ crucified. And I want to inform that you will have a different perspective about life and that your heart can be encouraged to know you don't have to be stuck. You don't. So I'm excited. I am. And I feel like this went by so fast. So I'm going to try to make it real great, short and simple next week. So make sure, like I said, you lock in with me before I go on vacation and take some real rest and relaxation in the midst of whatever new thing may come up. Be well, family. It's Halloween weekend. We already know the witches is out. And be safe this weekend. Don't do things impulsively. And until next week, I will see you, same bat channel, same bat time. I love me some y'all.